Hey there, guys! Welcome to another Robidoux Row live stream here today. Today we are covering another subject matter connected to the Gold Rush.
Theaters!
Yes, theaters. Before we do start our conversation about theaters of St. Joseph and the growth of the theater industry, we do have a special trailer we want to play for you guys about a brand new exhibit that opened up here at the Row literally yesterday.
Super awesome.
So watch this trailer. We'll see you guys after the trailer physically. Obviously, you'll hear us talking about these theaters.
Hologram, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. But definitely do come check out that new exhibit as well, and we'll see you guys after the presentation. The gold rush led to a mass influx of money into the St. Joseph area, as we spoke about last week. With this led to, of course, the rise of banking, but also a large influx of people as well, looking to make their fortune either in the gold mines or via businesses here in St. Joseph where the gold was being filtered through. This led to a demand for entertainment and other types of amenities. Because of the need for entertainment, the theater industry exploded in St. Joseph. This led to a number of beautiful theaters being built all over the downtown area. At one point, there was actually 10 separate theaters just on what's now known as St. Joseph Avenue. Along with that, we did have some amazing theaters, such as one of the Lincecum Circuit theaters, which was downtown. We also had the Electric Theater, which also was known as the Majestic Theater. There was also the Orpheum Theater and that chain of theaters. The Hickory Theater, which later became Hickory Hall, which still stands today. The Rivoli Theater, which was also known as the Uptown Theater. And then finally, the Missouri Theater. All of those theaters came and were here in the area, and you can still visit the Missouri Theater to this day. But really the best way to look at all these theaters is to look at who came to these theaters. At the Lincecum and some of these other theaters, we had such famous acts as P.T. Barnum, Sarah Bernhardt, the Buffalo Bill Show came to St. Joseph. The Booth brothers, Edmund and John Wilkes, both performed here in St. Joseph, along with different amazing acts that came through for both the Orpheum and the Lincecum doing performances and talks, or through like the Hickory, Majestic, and Missouri theaters doing minstrel shows and operettas. So today we really do want to zoom in on one of them, though, that you could really call the granddaddy of all of the theaters here in town, which is the Toodle Theatre or Toodle Opera House that was built downtown at 5th.
The Toodle Theatre was the most luxurious theater built west of Chicago. It was located on 5th and Francis and was developed by Milton Toodle, a local makes good story. He was a prominent businessman in St. Joseph, as well as a permanent fixture in high society. I enjoy Milton Toodle and his theater because he was not part of a chain that you would see emerge later in our St. Joseph theater history, nor part of an architectural firm contracted to design theaters in St. Joseph like we would see in some of the St. Joseph theaters. This was a hefty price tag. The theater cost $165,000 at its time and had 150 men working on it at any one given time. It opened December the 9th, 1872. Architect W. Angelo Powell helped with the theater, and he's also noted to contribute to the Washington National Monument, which is not to be confused with the Washington Monument. It was designed in a French Renaissance style. The sky effect on the vaulted ceilings was beautiful in its own right. It had a dome reminiscent of French affluence. The front door in of itself was 15 feet tall. The first floor of the building was actually stores, and then you had to ascend a large flight of stairs to the theater itself. At the bottom, during that time frame, the Robidoux pharmacy was thriving. Inside the theater itself, you had 1,500 seats, 3 balconies, massive boxes, and they were equipped with a collapsible dance floor which could be placed over the orchestra floor seating. The upstairs had a banquet hall and kitchen. Drapes and curtains were silk. The stage was giant. Toodle Jr. would later install crimson drapes everywhere. The entrance on Francis Street led into 2 large rooms that oversaw a large chandelier over the orchestra. It was lighted by gas by having an electric spark arrangement, the most advanced system available at the time. In fact, this was one in the only 3 existing in the U.S. at that time. The others were in New York and Boston. Orchestras, plays, operas, balls, and later motion pictures were shown. The St. Joseph Morning Herald reported on the opening event. The magnificent chandelier glittered with its hundreds of jets and lit up the galleries with fine effect. The magnificent boxes with their rich drapery, their heavy columns, and elaborate ornamentation showed in a splendid manner under the chandeliers, and the effect of the light upon the heavy gilding around them made them seem like entrances into a golden palace. Men would wear black evening suits and tall silk hats, or have their hair parted down the middle, often a diamond stud on their necktie. You could rent a horse and buggy for $2.50 per day and take your lady to the theater. Admission in 1872 for a family circle seat was 50 cents. The dress circle and balcony seats were 75 cents. Balcony boxes were $8. Wowzers. The Toodle box was seldom empty, and his opera house was regarded again as the finest theater west of the Mississippi, and leading actors of their time, including them in their travels. I just wanted to relay a few of the people that came to perform. We did have the Royal Hawaiian Band back when royals were a thing in Hawaii. John Philip Sosa Band, basically the guy that invented playing an instrument and walking at the same time in unison with others. Oscar Wilde, we know him. He's in the literary canon. He came to give lectures. Russian dancers, singers, organizations like Boston Philharmonica. There were lectures, pianists, violinists, magicians, travelogues, ballets, impersonators, spiritualists, mind readers, hypnotists, impersonators. Now we're going in circles. Theaters post-Civil War occurred in various forms, as I illustrated. Theater at this time was defined as the interaction between a performer and a live audience. The forms of theater included circus, vaudeville, which is a combination of song and dance. Sometimes burlesque comedy would occur. The word is derived from Old French, vaudeville. I might have butchered that, which means satirical song in reference to the Var Valley of France, where the blend of song and comedy is believed to originate. Think acrobatics, magic, puppets, trained animals. Lyceum is public lectures or discussions. Chattanooga, I'm sure I butchered that, was more of the adult education, entertainment, basically monologues. Orpheum circuits, as in a chain, live opera houses, musicals, minstrel shows, silent movies, comedies. Lyceum theaters was also attendance halls for lectures and academia, school and college auditorium type talk. So basically, the Toodle Theatre responded to many changes in the social climate, and later on in its history would also start to show silent films. So that is a little bit to do with the Toodle Theatre. Thank you for listening. Yeah, I just got done.
Perfect.
Oh, stop. We hope that you enjoyed our presentation on St. Joe Theaters. Also wanted to note that we do have a rental space available, and we are booking for weddings and different types of events. So if you need a space, please do give us a call or email.
Definitely. And if you guys have any information about these theaters we talked about, or you're just interested in the theater, come by and see the new exhibit we opened up. It's absolutely beautiful. Brooke has done a lot of hard work to put together a really cool exhibit for you to see some of the acts and some of the items that came through St. Joe, and kind of showing the glory and the beauty that St. Joe had when those theaters were open. Like you said, we have our event space. It's open for not just weddings. If you want to have a bar mitzvah, you want to have a graduation party, a birthday party, a family event, it's open for you. It's a beautiful space down there that holds a lot of people. And of course, we definitely do want you guys to come by the museum. If you guys really enjoyed our video here today, or any of the videos we've done in the past weeks, we'd love for you to share them with your friends, or share them on your page, along with liking it down at the bottom. It really helps us get the word out to more people.
Sharing is caring.
Yes.
Right?
Well, we hope to see you guys here again next week. We're going to be covering another subject matter connected to the Gold Rush money influx.
Oh, that's a fun subject.
And we'll see you all here next week. Bye.
Bye.